Is getting first item locket a good idea on support? If not, what other options do you think are good? If you're getting first item locket, I assume you're playing a tankier support. Braum, Leona, Taric, or Thresh. Thresh, I'll qualify as tank. First item locket would work great. It would work fantastic against a double AP comp. I'm talking like a Rumble Syndra. Like something like that. If you're facing that, first item locket is a great idea. It really varies on what the team comp is, but as a support, you want to prioritize 3 different things for your early to mid game. 3 different things. Moby Boots, Sweeper / upgraded Sweeper, Sightstone. You want to have those 3 things up and ready to go pretty much as soon as possible. You can get them in whatever order you please, but you need to have those ready to go pretty much ASAP. As far as Locket, I'd say it's only good versus double AP. So analyze the enemy team, figure out how much magic damage they're doing. Locket's great. Otherwise, I'd say if you're playing a tankier support, Face of the Mountain's probably going to do you better as far as a rushed item. Just because the shield that's on there is both damage and sustain, and it ups the amount of procs you can get with that item passive. So that's about it. Alright, so Fun90 says, I was the first in my group of players to start League, but due to schedules, I am now the only one of my group not ranked. I fear rebuke if I rank lower than the rest. Any advice for provisionals? Honestly, you need to not worry about what other people think about you in terms of your ranked play. For example, I, at one point in my ranked play, I went from Plat 5 to Plat 1, right back down to Plat 5. I sank the entire way back down, and of course I, took some flack from people, but I didn't let it bother me. I climbed back up, and then eventually got Diamond. But what you want to make sure that you do in this game when it comes to rank is you cannot be afraid for any reason, because if you are afraid, then you just simply won't do it. And the bottom line is you're just gonna have to go in there and play. Froshi, I'm not doing that question. Stretch, for the 100 game challenge, I have heard everyone needs to work on their CS, but I play a lot of support. I am not supposed to be getting CS. What would be something to focus on if I play Sona? Okay, this is something you need to be working on. Proper zoning in lane, and then just adequate poke. Poking on Sona is super easy. You proc the blue music. I don't play any Sona, but I've played against plenty of them. You proc whatever the damage buff is, you trade with your auto attack, and you get that down. But you also need to make sure that, 1, you are not just randomly healing people. You need to make sure that if you've got one person in the lane who has taken damage, say your ADC goes in, takes damage, instead of healing them, you want to then go in, trade, and then heal. That way you get healed and they get healed. So just optimize your abilities. I'd say lane positioning and pressure, ward locations, I went over that a little bit in the last game, and then just proper mana usage. Make sure you're getting 100% out of each of your abilities. Alright, so we're going to go in and watch Jer. He has gotten his signature champion, Teemo. This is going to be interesting because I think this is a Zed top lane. No, it's a Karthus top lane. Interesting. Alright, so this is going to be a higher level. Let me switch my overlay, sorry. Jimmy is, I think he is Diamond 5, which is amazing because not a lot of people are there yet, just due to the reset. So this is going to be interesting. Typical start on both him and Karthus, Doran's rings. As far as the starting items go, I am not seeing anything too out of the ordinary or strange, and that is to be expected.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, so let's stop here. One thing that you're already going to notice versus what that game was that we just watched. Notice the positioning of everyone on the map before the minions, before the buffs even spawn. Standing right here on Jimmy, make sure that he can see any invade from Tribrush going up behind Krugs. He can see anything coming through Tribrush going to this top brush on the red buff, and he can see anything going through the river on this bottom side near the dimple brush, which is this brush here, to chickens. So he has this entire top side guarded against invade. He will know exactly if anyone comes in. Bottom side of the map, alright. Red team, there's a little bit of a misstep here, alright. You want to have some sort of vision to see this in case they invade, especially against a Morgana and a Sivir. That first hit with a boomerang will do a lot of damage, and then following up with like a ZQ, you can chunk someone down for 50% of their HP or more. And then if it's too close to when minions spawn, they'll be at a bad advantage or a terrible disadvantage in lane. So honestly, I'd say Alistar needs to stand right here. He's probably going to be the perfect person to do that because he can kind of pulverize people and walk away, or headbutt someone away and then walk away. Either way, he's got the best sort of escape for that sort of level 1 guarding position. And then these guys here, they're fine, I guess. You want to probably, as Vi, stand on this side of the wall closer to the river just in case. But in terms of guarding level 1 invades, what you want to do is just make sure that you have every single one of these rivers, every single one of those river entrances covered by some form of vision before the buffs start. And that's sort of a more coordination thing that you see in the LCS and all that sort of stuff. But you can incorporate that very, very easily into your ranked play just by rushing out from the base as quickly as possible and getting in position. That way, you're pretty much safe. But waiting on it makes it a little bit more dangerous. All right. So, game starting here. I'm going to boost up the speed because I believe there's no invades going on, and honestly, they're just going to clear. What I do want to touch on, though, is I want to follow this Rek'Sai just a little bit. Just a little bit, because I believe he is going to do something probably a little bit different than what a lot of people see in their own games. Alright, so he is going to go ahead and clear out this buff camp, get level 2, take dive for the healing, do red. Now he is already smote. You always want to smite that first buff, whether it be Krugs or whether it be Gromp, because that is how you get your additional damage down. And I think he might do the clear I spoke of before. Nope, he's going to go do this third camp as well. And then he's going to do his blue. So what he did there is he did his chickens to get level 3, ducked the wall for a little bit of extra mobility, and then his smite is back up for this camp, and he's going to be able to clear this out no problem. So that is the sort of clear that you're looking for. That is what I would call an optimized clear on a jungle. Something where you can get both buffs, hit level 3 without going back first. And then he's going to be so healthy that he's going to try to gank Jimmy here. Let's see if this works out for him. He goes over a ward. Jimmy doesn't quite see him. Jimmy sees him. Alright, dashes forward, gets the cutoff. Good positioning on his part to make sure that he walks in front of him as well to negate where he can go. Jimmy also did a good job of not wasting his flash there because he was going to die either way. Alright, so I'm going to go back to directed camera. But that is a really, really good example of early game Rek'Sai clear and then straight into gank play. Alright, so Morgana, this is, for whoever it was who was asking, what do you want to work on for your support play? This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Look how far forward this Morgana is. A lot of times in front of the ADC, a lot of times just right next to her. You just want to make sure you're in a position where you can poke, where you can, land CC, where you can disengage if need be, but you want to be forward supporting your carry as much as possible. Karthus top lane, is that viable? Literally anything in this game is pretty much viable. It just depends on the skill of the person to be able to play it. Most things are viable. Of course, people will name some silly things, but that's okay. Alright, so good Alistar headbutt combo goes down there, and actually they land the Flame Chompers onto Sivir. The problem with this is they are not getting enough damage to make that worth it. They actually get out-traded a little bit. by that kite that happened on Silver. Did a fantastic job of orb walking backwards. Just wonderful. Alright, so Jimmy is kind of stuck up here top lane versus Karthus. He does not... It is not a fun time. Alright, so good head or pulverize combo, or pulverize just in general, comes out of Alistar. Good knockback to negate some of this damage, but he's going to have to flash out if he wants to get away. Alright, Zed ulti comes out even though he's low HP, and he gets punished for it. Flash shows up at just the right moment to make that happen. I actually want to go back and rewatch this play. So, the reason he is doing this, the reason Zed decided to go in here is because he knows that he is level 6, Orianna is not. Orianna made a fantastic flash happen here to make the Q throw very, very risky. She moved away from both of the shadows at the same time, so fantastic flash positioning. And they pick up a nice kill right there. Orianna gets 6 after that, but Zed did the right thing trying to go in when he had the level advantage, especially between 5 and 6. So Jimmy is doing a fantastic job on top lane, making sure that he keeps up in farm, even though he's died early. So that is good. Not too much to talk about here. Alright, so Morgana continually putting on pressure using the pool there, Tormented Soil, and the Dark Binding. Always want to make sure that you lay down pressure with your abilities as support. And she's doing it mainly, not only just for the damage, but for that extra gold that she gets just for hitting somebody. This Rek'Sai is all over the map, really reading the map very, very well. Knows the timing of where this Vi is going to be. Karthus ulti for the kill there. Alright, so let me see. Is he going to do anything here? No, he doesn't do anything. Alright, so just going back to watching this game, Rek'Sai, you'll notice, is not farming as much as... Actually, I take that back. Rek'Sai is probably farming more than you typically would see in a lower tier game. Ooh, tanks the turret there, will go down from that last shot, but it was a good move, trying to get that aggressive play down. Do not be afraid in your games to go for these aggressive plays. Even if they fail, you gain information for the next time you try something like that. You have to, look for cooldowns, see if there's anything that can be done. Oh my goodness, well played on Zed's part, utilizing that shadow to dodge the punch, and then flash out of that very, very quickly. That's something you have to be able to, have high ping for. Or a low ping, sorry. Alright, so Jimmy not doing so hot right now. Karthus, he's dying to ganks. And that's unfortunate because his lane phase is pretty strong right now. He's maintaining a farm, equal farm, even though he's been ganked twice. He could use some wards though. The shrooms will serve some. He knows he needs the wards. He drops that in river, and that's a good ward placement for him. Alright, so Rek'Sai once again looking for yet another gank. He's got the Moby boots. Alright, so that's just fantastic support play right here. This is what good support play looks like. Flashing forward to make sure that you get the CC required in order to take out this kill. And this is going to be an easy, easy pickup. This ADC didn't have to do a darn thing. Green Apple Tea flashed forward with the shackles there, the soul shackles, just picked up the CC nice and simply, and then he's going to die to this turret, isn't he? Walks away with barely any HP. But that's just what you need for a support. Be aware of your surroundings, see the ganks coming, respond to the pings if your jungler pings that is coming in for a gank, and try to make something happen. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to gank, and the lane just did nothing to facilitate it. Right. Well, you didn't get to them. I don't know what happened. Alright, so Zed ults once again, but they pick up the kill under turret. Alright. Let's go back and have another look at that. Alright, so Vi repeat gank in the mid lane. She knows that Zed's ulti, or Zed's flash is down, which is good. Ult comes out. He shadows to his original location and then forward. And then she barely gets the ulti on the back end of it for the lockdown. And then Orianna stays in range for the kill there. I don't know why he didn't walk out the other way. He was going to die either way, but it doesn't matter. But Vi doing a fantastic job. Both of these junglers really just doing a great job of just maintaining pressure and showing up in the lanes to get results done. Rek'Sai shows up mid. Morgana, this Morgana is beautiful. I love this Morgana. She just shows up. A lot of times that's all you need your support to do. Just show up somewhere. Ooh, good. Pulverized headbutt combo comes back on Sivir, but she will not be locked down by the Flame Chompers, and she's going to be able to get away to turret. Alright, so Morgana, once again, showing up. This Morgana is a perfect example of what good support play looks like. Alright, so at this point in the game, you need to ask yourself, if you're Jimmy, what do I need to do to make sure I come back in this game, right? Typically, most things, most comebacks, most easy victories as well start out with vision. Jimmy has not purchased any wards, any additional wards past his trinket to make more vision protect him, to give himself some additional protection through vision. He can place more shrooms, but what he needs to do is first clear out this pink ward in order to make those shrooms effective. Rek'Sai ulti comes out in order to just teleport into the jungle, be close to bottom lane. But yeah, he needs to just get words down, because I believe that Jimmy can... well, in the past he could have beat Karthus 1v1. It's not going to happen anymore, most likely. Yeah, had he had vision earlier on, he probably didn't expect an immediate level 3 Rek'Sai gank to be that effective. Okay. Rek'Sai just putting down a deep ward and then getting back out. Alright, pause the game. Let me take a look at this. That's what I'm talking about. This is the sort of vision that you need. This is information-giving vision. This not only protects your mid lane, it lets you know when they're going for blue buff, it lets you know the status of the blue buff, because Orianna's not going to be there for the entire thing. And it just gives you so much, it tells so much stuff in one shot. I love this ward. Alright, so back to direct to camera. Karthus is kind of seeking out these shrooms a bit. I love this Teemo shroom placement as well. He utilizes just the corners of the lane. That way he can bait people in properly. The God Brush. Oh my goodness, another fantastic Morgana binding lands. Ooh, Sivir places herself to get the mana regen here. This Zed is trying to get the kill on Ori. Doesn't quite get it. Very close though. They both get really low. Alright, so once again, active, aggressive support play. Dark Bindings, Soul Shackles goes in, and there's so much damage that's already happened between... Dear God, these bindings are on point. Okay, that is scary. This Morgana is a true terror. So Zed once again trying to run away. Will not get away because of that assault and battery. Bottom side of the map, they do pick up a kill on Jinx. Alright, top side, Jimmy's going in looking for a play here. Smite comes out and they pick up an easy kill on Karthus there. Nice. Alright, going back to the discussion of support items as well. This Morgana is doing a fantastic job in lane. Alright? And you'll notice, like I said before, there are 3 items that you want as soon as possible. Sweeper, Moby Boots, Sightstone. 14 minutes in, Morgana's been doing a great job. She didn't say, wow, I'm doing fantastic. This is a great time for me to go AP. No, 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 no. That is wrong. You are not the AP carry light. You are the support. I'm not saying know your place. I'm saying people expect you to do a job, and they trust you to do that job. You need to make sure that you do that job. Alright, so 14 minutes in, I'm actually pretty surprised that a dragon hasn't gone down yet. But there isn't a significant advantage in the bottom lane. Sivir is 101, but there hasn't been a situation where bottom side essentially isn't there or is too low to respond. Alright, once again, dude, this Morgana just knows. She just knows what's up. Just goes in, gets the binding. Simple. Knocks it down. Jimmy, once again, just gets destroyed by another gank. Because his vision has fallen off. Actually, no, his vision didn't fall off. It was just, I guess the Karthus wall slows too much. Actually, let's go back and take a look. What did happen to Jimmy? Alright, so Jimmy's pretty far forward. Okay, no. Alright, so Teemo Shroom's here. Oh, Rek'Sai jukes the Shroom, and then that ward happens too late. He flashes... Oh, no. He tries to get an outplay. Okay, no. Alright, that's his own fault. He could have gotten out scot-free. Alright, so... Yeah. Jimmy just needed to not be greedy there. At all. That just was not needed. Apple Green Teeth, the support god. Alright, Smite goes down. Vi waits for the spell shield to be up. Does get the punch down and gets the assault and battery at the tail end. Picks up an easy kill. This is a situation where red side should say, you know, let's consider taking a dragon, because your ADC is full HP. Morgana mid lands yet another god binding. Dear god. Alright, I'll start showing up in the mid lane. Alright, so red team's not going to go for that dragon. Ooh, that spell shield is beautiful. Spell shield prevents the flame chompers from landing and it allows for a very easy kill pickup. This Morgana is just... Pretty much Morgana and Rek'Sai together are tearing this game up. They are the ones who are carrying. Alright, so a little bit of posturing here. Blue team going back to ward coverage and redundant vision. This entire thing is one huge ball of redundant vision. This ward and this dimple would more optimally be placed in the over the wall here, or as previously mentioned, in the God Brush. And then this ward here is relevant. This crab covers for this ward here, so this is not needed, and this ward on the backside of the pit is not needed. By not having these other wards, you can place them in different locations. Aspartame 17, you're saying that you're going to rank 5v5s? I would like to view the rest of this game before I move on. Alright, but I'm going to boost this forward just a bit, catch back up, and after going back over, touching back up on redundant vision. Alright, cool. Yeah, if you could just hang on, when the game looks like it's pretty much done, I'll give you the signal to jump into queue. And then we will watch you. So, mid lane, looks like they're looking for a fight here. Zed, their goal is to get this Orianna, but she gets a really nice shockwave off and actually lives on the back end of the fight. Jinx Rocket comes through. So this is just a hodgepodge of kills happening. Alistar's gonna flash that wall, yep. And that's gonna be about it. Karthus ulti is not quite up. Oh, he's going for it. She stops the recall and puts a shield on herself. Saves her life. Beautiful. Alright, so that team fight was kind of just really just a cluster. You know what? Let me not gloss over that. Let me go back. Let me take a look at this team fight. Because there's a reason why one team lost and one team won. Alright? So Vi sees the Zed here and immediately starts charging Vault Breaker. Great foresight for her. Great reaction time for Zed. This ball placement is a zoning ball, which means that blue team is not willing to walk into that placement on the map. So that is good on them. Fantastic active ulti usage on Morgana's part, not waiting for other people, going in and making plays happen by herself. Unfortunately, the ulti from Orianna does destroy that team fight, but it's okay because Sivir is still pretty much full HP, and Karthus shows up to clean up the rest. So I love this Morgana for how she plays the game. She does not wait for other people to do things. She just takes charge and goes. Alright, so blue team came out ahead there because of that Orianna combined with, I'm sorry, because of that Karthus and Morgana play. Alright, so speed it up a bit. Put it back down on directed camera. Top side, once again, JimmytheSlayer, 1v1 versus Rek'Sai, trying to get the damage down. 1 trap, 2 traps, not enough. Goes down. So Jimmy's just not having a good game here. He's getting camped. This Rek'Sai is all over the map and still farming very, very well. Alright, so ping's going out, that dragon needs to be done. I agree, honestly. This dragon needs to be taken. There are stats to be had for people. Especially this blue side being so far ahead. Zed looking for the kill. Doesn't quite get it because of heal. Alright, so let's go back. Why does Zed know? Why does Zed know that Jinx is here? First off, Zed is here down in the bottom lane after clearing out a wave. He just decides to run up and start positioning himself towards Dragon, but spots out Jinx on this minion wave here and decides to head up for it. He does not cut directly into the lane. He cuts off through Tri-Brush on the backside of the wall to try to get the jump on her. He sees her disengage and then assumes that she's lazy. She does not want to walk all the way to the backside of the turret. Hold on, let me let this cat out of my room. Alright, so he assumes she's lazy, comes back, and then goes for the kill here. This is pretty greedy play. Once that flash has been burned by Jinx, there's no reason for him to go deeper, but he's going to try to outskill her. He misses some of the Qs, and that means he doesn't have enough damage on the pop to close her out. If that Jinx rocket had been a little bit more properly aimed, it would have been better. Danny Too Good asking, can you get the next game after that? Possibly. At one point, I need to pick up my my dinner from the stove and eat it, because it was late on being finished. Alright, so Orianna getting picked off there, easy pickup. The blue team is just in the driving seat this game, honestly. This is the part of the game where, like I said, you can kind of just do whatever you want, especially since Baron is so easy now. With that Karthus pickup, they can easily take a Baron. Instead, they're kind of going for these pickup kills. JimmytheSlayer keeping pressure in this top lane is really good, though. He is going to get the slowdown onto Rek'Sai, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep him alive. Oh my goodness. Flash forward. Okay. No, you want to leave now. You need to leave. Alright, he's dead. Alright, once again, Morgana with the plays here. Does she get both? She gets both stuns. Oh my goodness, this Morgana's the queen. This Morgana's the best. Alright, just never waits for anybody. Just, are we in position to make a thing happen? And then just goes. No hesitation, I love it. Ping's going down on the Baron. Here's what I'm talking about. They see the people coming up to the top lane. They say, alright, as a reaction to this, let's go ahead and do this Baron. They have Karthus, the single target damage from that is going to be enormous, and fast forwarding it, a couple seconds later, blue team suddenly has a Baron, red team has no clue that it happened. They pick up a turret from the top lane off the back of Zed's death, along with a Baron. And that's what I'm talking about. This early Baron, the 20-minute to 25-minute Baron is super easy. If you're ahead, get some vision control around it, try it. That is the one thing. That is one of the things that will accelerate the game. And I wouldn't have said it before they nerfed it, but since they've nerfed it, I am all about this Baron. Alright, so blue team is now Baroned up. Once again, Morgana making the active plays, gets the Soul Shackles rolling, and is looking for the stun. Zoni is perfectly timed to make sure that she at least gets the one here, and Alistar procs his ulti a little bit too early, so he does not get to negate the stuns. Karthus is choosing to ignore Sivir and Vi and go for the deep kill on Ori. He does not get it, and he gets destroyed for that greed. That was a very good turn on Vi's part. Oh my goodness, but he does so much damage. Alright, so now Sivir's got the opportunity to do a little bit of cleaning here. Misses the boomerang. Whoops. Let me go back. Alright. Chunking, headbutt, pulverize, done. Alright. Rek'Sai comes through. Doesn't quite get the damage he's looking for. Smite comes out for the slow. Doesn't get the knock-up. She's gone. She's gone. Let her go. Alright. So heal immediately comes out from Jinx to try to mitigate the damage before it can go down on her. It actually works very well. Jimmy finally picks up some damage, or picks up a good kill. Alright, so I think most of the Barons are down now. Zed died, Karthus died, Sivir died, Morgana died. The only person with a Baron buff is now Rek'Sai. But you only need one person to get an entire wave of super minions buffed up, so... Oh my goodness, this Alistar goes in. Directly onto him. Ping-pongs back and forth. They kind of staggered the CC there. Had Vi waited to use her Vault Breaker, he would have traveled backwards farther. But the Jinx Rocket will pick up the kill anyway. Alright, Orianna ulti chunks a bit, but actually I don't think it actually hit anyone. I believe Sivir either spell shielded it or it missed. Once again, Dark Binding lands. Not here because they do not have the Karthus in place. Alright, so Dragon is live, and blue team is looking to take that next. But this Zed has other ideas. He wants to try to deny that blue, but he's too late, and he's going to overextend way too deep for this. He doesn't need to be here. Alright, he's not too late to deny this. Uses the Shadow for vision. Good. Alright, let me scroll back up, see who it was who was looking to do the 5v5s. Aspartame. Alright, so grouping happened, good teleport from Karthus. As a top laner, you always need to be aware of when it's time to teleport in, what a good teleport in, what a bad teleport in looks like. For Karthus, it's a little bit different because even if you die in a fight, it's a good teleport because he can still do damage. But he's going to show up here, get some damage down, use his shield, die for free, throw down the ulti, not quite get anything. Alright, so red side responding with a push here, and it looks like blue team's just losing control of this game, honestly. They had a really strong early game, and they're not where they used to be. Red side is tanking up. Alistar is 1-0-14. He's been the playmaker for his team, and it shows. He's got the shield build. Like I said, going back to support items, when is it good to get Locket? This is a good time. This is a beautiful time to get Locket. Karthus on the enemy team, Morgana on the enemy team, you know, high burst damage potential, the shield's going to be useful there. So I love this Locket pickup on Alistar. It is the item to have. Alright, so Baron in 30 seconds. Blue team's trying to set up their vision control. They know they can do it They've got one of the fastest people in the game to do this Baron. Oh my goodness. These Karthus Qs are huge. Alright, so blue team has recognized that the Baron is going to be the thing to kind of help them get back into the game or regain control, I guess. What they need to do is stop this Zed from separating so much. The guy is just over off to himself trying to make these Bjergsen plays, but he's not. He's not Bjergsen. He needs to calm down. Oh my goodness, another well-placed Jinx Rocket, close out that kill. And now that's going to be a Baron for red team. Karthus decides to go in here. He doesn't get a good death placement, so red team's pretty much just going to clean this up nice and easy. And they didn't need to do that. And now we're catching up to live. Rek'Sai is out of position, will not pick up any kills there, but does get close. Oh, Rex actually stole the Baron buff. Wow. I did not notice that. Alright, so I guess this is a good time to touch on that. Why did this happen? Vi doesn't have Smite up? No, Vi has to have Smite up. Alright, so Jimmy is doing the right thing. Do not let this jungler approach. Do not let this jungler approach. Don't let this jungler approach. They turn around immediately to stop him from getting in, but the problem is that their Vi didn't have Smite up. They were doing Baron with no Smite, and instead of trying to burst it at the tail end, they tried to peel him way too late. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they didn't have Alistar not... Like, Jimmy shouldn't have been the one peeling. Alistar should have been the one peeling. Yeah, like, that's right, DZB. Like, either they needed to have Alistar peeling with Headbutt Pulverize ability, not Jimmy, and Jimmy on the Barons because he actually does damage, or they just need to burst it on the tail end. Zed, once again, trying to just make these solo plays that don't matter. He needs to just group up with his team. Like, they're fantastic when they're together. He's died 11 times this game, and I think most of those are just him trying to make these solo plays. Jinx Rocket will miss here, but Karthus is just in a fantastic position, honestly. They're trying to kite out of the ulti. He's got a huge amount of magic resist reduction with that Wall of Pain. And he flashes forward looking for more additional damage. The problem with this, though, is that Sivir and Zed are already down. Like, their main damage source is already down, and Rek'Sai is not here. If Rek'Sai was in position, then it would have been a better play, because he could CC people, keep people off of this Karthus a little bit longer, but no one was there to support. I think their blue team was losing due to the lack of team synergy. Like, they're just not communicating with their intention properly. That or Zed's just like, I can do this, I can be the best, and then he's just going and dying. It's really, really sad to see. Jimmy has been dragged back into the game by these global objectives and by this team fighting. It's been really good for him, because he was having a hard time in the early game. Yes, DCB, we actually have a 5v5 that we're going to watch next, and I guess I'll help a group of 5 people at the same time. Alright, so red team pinging. They're finally telling Zed to back off. He doesn't need to. Stop it, Zed, please. You hurt my heart. This is like High Diamond. Or not High Diamond, this is Diamond Elo. You don't need to be split like that. Zed, you make me sad. 3-11-1. Know when you're getting carried. Alright, so blue team trying to make a split push play happen. Oriana's Master Tier, yeah. I had some Master Tier people when I was placing too. Alright. It looks like they want to go for an Alistar Pulverize Shockwave play, but Oriana's a little bit too far off. Alright. So they pick up the kill on the turret, easy on the bottom lane, so they're just doing some threat bouncing right now. I don't know why Karthus is there with Zed, but that's just who they've chosen. Oh my goodness! Oriana, I thought she was going to sombrero that, but flashes forward to make it work. Interesting. The green apple actually gets the binding down. 2 people, but actually gives up her life for it. Rek'Sai is just in the middle of 5 people and not going to be able to live here, but on the bottom side of the map it might turn out to be worth if they can get this inhibitor and then live afterwards. You just need to get out now. Vi does not have ulti. Good. Alright, so I am caught up to live now. Sweet. Alright, so red team gonna push in quite a bit here. Zed is actually trying to backdoor that. Can Karthus defend this? No, I don't think so. He's gonna get bursted pretty hard. He will clear out the wave in death though. Gets the shutdown on Jinx. Jimmy is only uses the ulti. And Zed does not get anything off the bottom side of the map. He's just bent on splitting. You know, I don't know if that's the right move. They need a Morgana engage where Zed shows up late to the fight and just destroys this Jinx. He could do it so easy. Alright, so good Morgana ulti goes down, gets 2 bindings off. Baron is still spitting on people. Bottom side of the map, a turret dies to some of the super minions. Teleport comes through for Karthus. And it looks like he's going to be a little bit late, but that's okay. Blue team's going to pick up that nice and easy. And I think blue team's in a really good position here. Picking up that... Oh my goodness, is he gonna die? No, okay. Picking up that bottom lane inhibitor was key. That was really good threat bouncing on their part. I mean, the top side of the map died for it, but you can see it's really been paying off. The amount of threat that was on the bottom side of the map meant that Oriana couldn't join the fight, and then couldn't even clear out the wave in time. They got a turret for it. Minions are still clogging up these waves, which means that all the other waves are going to push forward as well. So the power of the inhibitor is super strong. Alright, so easy Baron pickup for blue team. Not easy, but I mean they had to fight for it, but they got it. Oh, fantastic spell shield. Alright, so red is blue is winning right now actually. Blue is gonna push forward. We are watching one of JimmytheSlayer's games. Alright, so Jimmy's a bit far forward here, but he's just looking to get some harass down. Rek'Sai really doesn't care though, because he's got double magic resist items. Binding goes out on Alistar to prevent the engage. Alright, so Vi is in the middle of the team here. Oriana... Wait, what? Wait, why didn't Oriana not ulti? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Go back. Let me watch this again. Alright, Oriana is here. Ball lands. Puts the ball on Vi. No, puts it on Teemo first. Forward. Goes forward. Alright, ball is there. Oriana just dissonances. Vi's taking a huge amount of damage. Trying to approach Sivir. Sivir's spell shield means that Oriana doesn't want to ulti? Really? Trying to keep the ball near Sivir, but that's gonna... Alright, so the Oriana ulti finally goes down on Sivir. She's just saving it for Sivir, pretty much. Alright. So blue team is now zoning out Jimmy. Jimmy goes down after the Zonia's pop. They kind of clear out some shrooms and stuff. This Zed is always trying to make the legit plays, but he is just not in a position to do it. He's died so many times this game. Alright, and this looks like this is probably going to be the end of the game. Aspartame, you are next, my friend. You and your rank team. Oh, did Aspartame leave? Yeah, Vi didn't throw it, it's just that,